Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Bahasham Racha Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Kiam. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Bahasham Racha Kwadash. And this is the reason right here, and you see the title of this video, the casual killing act. This is the reason why you have critical race facts, or as Esau Edom calls it, so-called critical race theory. That's why the elder Malcolm has those channels, critical race historic facts or critical race historical facts, okay? Because you see so much of the true evil, the true wickedness, and the history of the oppression of our people at the hand of Esau Edom. See how much it is covered up and how much is hidden, and how it has to be, uncovered just in order to find the or get the whole story, the whole context of what Esau does, or what Esau did. Because every other day, if you go into the research, you go into the history of Esau Edom and the oppression that he has put on upon our people, from the transatlantic slave trade to the triangular slave trade all the way up to now. You see just how much wickedness and just how far the wickedness of Esau Edom goes. And this is why we call Esau the devil. And this is also why we say what we say. And these devils have to go into captivity. They have to serve the same punishment that they put us through as well. Okay. Because of this level of wickedness, these are things that were written into law, that were actually legal to do in Babylon the Great at one point against our own people, against you so-called you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. But you still have Jake out there talking about some Lord have mercy on these Edomites, right? Esau Edom can be saved, The Most High is going to have mercy on. Why are you teaching hate? Why are you seeking hate against your brother? Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, right? But you see that's just Jake that is still in that enslaved mindset. So this is the article right here. Let me just go into it. Now I would love to also clip a video going into this as well, but I'm a little worried that YouTube might think that's a little bit too spicy for their um you know what they call it again, their Kiniko, their app. So anyway, let me just read the quotes right here. It's bold and it's in bold text. And if any slave resist his master or owner, or the person by his or her order correcting such slave, and shall happen to be killed in such correction, it shall not be accounted felony, but the master slash comma owner and every other such person so giving correction shall be free and acquit of all punishment and accusation for the same, as if such accident had never happened, right? Because you are legally and you were legally 3/5 of a man during the transatlantic slave trade. And basically not even 3/5 of a man, but 3/5 of a human being. Okay. And really they did not have any, and this is still going on even well after slavery, because they how do I want to say this right now, with the lynchings and everything, basically was still very much legal to execute, right, to kill Jake with impunity, and you would not face any punishment for doing so. But this is the origin of it right here, the casual killing act. So continuing on. And also, if any Negro, mulatto, or Indian, bond or free, shall at any time lift his or her hand in opposition against any Christian, right? Because you Jakes out there are into Christianity as well. Israel does not even see you as actual Christians, or they see you as it's just a bunch of, not continuing on, not being Negro, mulatto, or Indian, he or she so offending shall for every such offence proved by the oath of the party, receive on his or her bare back 30 lashes, well laid on, cognizable by a justice of the peace for that counting, wherein such offence shall be committed. And let me just read this. Let me just read that last part a little bit because I don't even understand this. Where it goes into this if any Negro, mulatto, or Indian, bond or free shall at any time lift his or her hand in opposition against any Christian, not being Negro, mulatto, or Indian, he or she so offending shall for every such okay, okay. So yeah, basically they can kill you with impunity as much as they want, but you can't even raise your hand up to defend yourself against their actions. That's basically what this is saying. Okay. So continuing on. If you grasp that more okay. And this is just probably shouldn't have reused this medium article, but you get the point. The Casual Killing Act, basically a bill that was written 1669, and it was written in order to allow these devils to kill our people, right, and not even face any charges for it, because at that time you are considered no different from cattle. And this goes for the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, and the so-called Native American Indians, our human rights, and even to this day, because it's actually even that going into if you go into the whole George Floyd situation that happened, that was what 2020, that even made me brought this back to my memory. I was watching some videos going into that, speaking of George Floyd, right? And then they brought this up, the Casual Killing Act, and I looked into it, and when I saw it, this just, it makes sense for Esau, man, because you can't put anything past this devil. But this shows you just how wicked Esau Edom is, and this also shows you that in order for our people to have true justice, right? We have to be able to do unto them as they did unto us, revengeance and true recompense and true reparations. Okay, not like the cash payments that Jake is looking for right now, that Esau Edom is basically just guiding them by the nose, not giving them anything from it. So let me get this precept. So we'll start from the book of Revelation 13, verse 10, okay, which of course Vocab Malone has still not been able to break down correctly. How to mention that because Vocab is always throwing strays at the Hebrew Israelites. So yeah, we'll throw some back at him as well. Revelation 13, verse 9. If anyone have an ear, let him hear. And now you're hearing that part. Now, this is important right here. If you have an ear, listen and hearken, because this is something that will happen. Thus saith the Lord, thus saith the Bible. He that lead Revelation 13, verse 10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. There is the patience and the faith of the saints. Right. So he saw them that led our people into captivity and put our people into captivity 400 years. Right. It really was longer than that, but that's the general timeline. Will be also put into captivity because you devils are going into slavery. He that killeth with the sword, and that's the main focus, right? The important part, will also be killed with the sword, because in the kingdom, right? Even the scriptures tell you that we shall rule with a rod of iron and bust out the back of you heathens. So yeah, we're going to have what really is it's 1,000 years, 1,000 years to be able to get all that, get basically get back, okay, get back for what the you devils have done to our people. So this is the book of Psalms 2, verse 8. Ask of me, and I shall give thee heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. And who is this speaking about right here? This is of course speaking of the Most High. Okay. Now Psalm 2 verse 9. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. Thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. And when you read this part and tell, you know, the heathen their fates that are going into captivity, Esau Edom is going into captivity for 1,000 years until he is destroyed, and he's going to be destroyed after 1,000 years. Then you have the heathen. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? They don't even matter. So let Esau Edom say whatever he wants to say. Let the heathen say whatever they want to say. But it's the two-tailed niggers, right? These two-thirds that will come out defending Esau. You know, oh, God would never put Esau in captivity. Why do you want, you know, slavery is wrong, this and that, making all kinds of justifications in order to excuse Esau Edom for their crimes because they truly believe that, and they truly want you as well to think that Esau Edom will be held, they will not be punished for their wickedness, for all the things that they have done on the earth, right? All the evil that they have done on the earth, oppressed the nations. And let me go to that in the book of Isaiah 14, which is, of course, speaking of Esau Edom as well. Let me just get the main point. Isaiah 14, verse 5. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fair trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. All right, and Esau Edom is going to be put down and will be punished for all the crimes that he has committed, especially for the crimes that he has committed against our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the scattered Israelites that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, right? Because who hasn't these devils oppressed? But the worst of it obviously went to Jake. Isaiah 35 verse 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the one Yahweh, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out mine hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. Mount Seir, of course, referring to Esau Edom. Mount Seir is a people before it's a place. Isaiah 35 verse 4, the same way that Jerusalem and Israel is a people before it's a place. Isaiah 35 verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Case in point, the casual killing act we just talked about right now, right? Without any fear or without any morality, these devils just simply did what they did. Because even in the scriptures, if you want to talk about how, oh, but there's slavery in the scriptures, right? Even in the scriptures, and as the scriptures let's go to that, As it is written, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, right? Let's go to that. Let's see what it says here. So this is the book of hold on, this is what I was looking for. Exodus 21 verse 26. And if a man smite the eye of his servant or the eye of his maid that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. Because you have some dumbasses out there that will come out and say, oh, well, the Bible pushes slavery to and promotes slavery. But compare this form of slavery to what Esau Edom did to our people, right? If if you are, whooping your servant because yes, you can do that, it's in the scriptures, and he basically loses an eye, right? And the same thing as it for a tooth as well. Let's just continue reading. Exodus 21, verse 27. And if he smite out his manservant's tooth or his maidservant's tooth, he shall let him go free for his tooth's sake. Just a tooth. And Israel was definitely, taking out more than teeth with those whippings. With those whippings, right? Everybody has seen that famous picture of that Jake that was that Jake in slavery, the black and white pictures where his back was completely torn by those whips. And you think that doesn't count as and you think that doesn't count as losing, that isn't worse than losing an eye or losing a tooth. But let's continue reading. Exodus 21, verse 28. If an ox gore a man or a woman, okay, this is going into something else. This is going into something else. But basically, you get the point, right? So let me just go up a little bit and read this part as well. Exodus 21, verse 24. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. And Christians will come out and say that we're no longer Slovakia. Should I change us into go and break on me? But I was saying Christians will say that they were no longer in that time. And now it's time of forgiveness and having mercy and showing mercy. Funny how the only people that don't show mercy are these Edomites, right? But they expect mercy from everybody else. But the scriptures say, let me go to that. And he will show and he will give judgment without mercy, right? Let me get that. Let me see if I can get that precept. I forgot how that precept goes. And so you have to you bear with me. I forgot how that precept goes. Um oh yeah, it is, yeah, it is. James, the book of James. So this is the book of James 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgments. Right. So you see that Esau did not show mercy to our people, right? And even the scriptures tell you that thou did not pity the aged man, right? Let me see if I can get that precept as well. Against the aged man as thou verily laid thy yoke. I think that's how it goes. Let me see if I can look for that. Let me see if I can find that precept. You have to bear with me. You know, that I've gotten these precepts. Let me try this one. Heavily laid a yoke. Because Esau didn't pity when he was doing his own, right? So this is the book of let me start from the top. Isaiah 47 verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Right. So this is of course speaking about the daughter of Babylon, which of course we all know that's Esau Edom, okay? Because the daughter of Babylon represents Babylon the Great, which is Esau Edom, right? This modern day Babylon. Isaiah 47 verse 2. Take millstone and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As you are seeing with the crimes and the wickedness of Esau Edom constantly being exposed, right? Because the truth of what these devils did is being brought out, and the whole world is seeing Esau for who he truly is. That he is the devil, which the Bible speaks of. Now Isaiah 47 and I'll jump down to verse 6. Isaiah 47 verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst not shew them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. And thou saidst, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Right, and this is how proud these devils are, because they believe that they won't have to pay for or give an account for this wickedness, right? For the oppression of our people. And even to this day, right? That's why the scriptures say they made I've forgotten how that precept goes. So like, yeah, or they made light of his labor. That's what that precept goes. Salakia. Basically, you see how Israel speaks, and they speak loftily concerning oppression. That's the precept. That's what I was thinking about. They speak loftily concerning oppression, roughly paraphrasing. I can't remember where that precept is. When we're continuing on, Isaiah 47, verse 7. Okay, I've already read that. Yeah, I've already gotten everything I wanted to get. So that's what I wanted to get. Right. So that shows you right there, man. You devils have a lot to pay for. And it's going to be, you know, you devils have a lot to pay for. And the most high, how about Shami or Shai is going to put you devils, right, and give you the proper judgment for all this wickedness. So with that, I'll end the video right there. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Racha Kwadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom. And through the Spirit of you are come and you are quite edified. Shalom.